We spend our lives worrying about what others think, chasing approval, and trying to control outcomes beyond our control. This constant struggle leaves us exhausted and disconnected from what truly matters. We are never at home. We are always outside ourselves, wrote Michel de Montaigne, the 16th century French philosopher whose wisdom resonates powerfully today. In our world of social media, career pressure, and endless comparison, Montaigne offers a revolutionary perspective that can transform our lives. Montaigne believed that most suffering stems from our inability to accept our nature. We torment ourselves by trying to be something we're not, and by caring too much about things that ultimately don't matter. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself, Montaigne wrote. This isn't a call to selfishness, but an invitation to stop the exhausting charade of living for others' approval. When we seek validation, we become prisoners to others' opinions, shaping our lives not according to our values, but according to what will impress others. Consider how much energy you spend worrying about judgments from colleagues, family members, or strangers online. Montaigne would argue this preoccupation is not just exhausting, it's misguided. Kings and philosophers defecate, and so do ladies, he observed, cutting through pretension. His point? We're all human, all flawed. The energy spent maintaining facades could be directed toward actually living. Imagine the freedom when you stop giving a shit about impressing others, when you embrace imperfections rather than hiding them, when you speak your truth instead of what others want to hear. I have never seen a greater monster or miracle than myself, Montaigne admitted. This wasn't self-loathing, but self-acceptance. He recognized his contradictions not as problems, but as essential elements of his humanity. In our culture of carefully curated personas, this radical honesty feels revolutionary. We've become experts at showing only highlights while hiding struggles. But when we stop maintaining this perfect image, authenticity emerges, bringing peace. On the highest throne in the world, we still sit only on our own bottom, Montaigne quipped. No matter our achievements, we remain ourselves, with all our quirks and limitations. Accepting this isn't defeatist, it's liberating. Not giving a shit isn't about apathy. It's about directing energy wisely. Care deeply about what truly matters. Meaningful relationships, personal growth, positive contributions, while releasing attachment to trivial concerns. Not being able to govern events, I govern myself, Montaigne wrote. We waste hours worrying about circumstances beyond our control, others' opinions, random misfortunes, inevitable changes. Redirect this energy toward the one thing you can control, your own responses. When you stop caring about outcomes you can't control, you focus on the process. When you stop trying to impress everyone, you cultivate deeper connections with those who matter. When you stop living up to impossible standards, you appreciate who you actually are. Consider how many decisions you make from fear rather than desire. Fear of failure, judgment, missing out. Montaigne would challenge you to examine whether these fears serve you or keep you trapped in anxiety and people-pleasing. My life has been full of terrible misfortunes, most of which never happened, he observed. We sacrifice present peace to worry about imagined futures, suffering more in imagination than reality. So what does not giving a shit look like? Speaking your mind without obsessing over reception. Pursuing what genuinely interests you rather than what impresses others. Accepting your circumstances while improving what you can. The value of life lies not in the length of days, but in the use we make of them, Montaigne reminded us. Each moment spent worrying about others' opinions is a moment not spent living according to your values. When everything falls into place, it's not because circumstances have perfectly aligned. It's because you've stopped expecting perfection. You've stopped giving power to others' opinions. You've stopped fighting against reality and started working with it. To compose our character is our duty, Montaigne believed. This isn't about creating a flawless self, but an authentic one. When we accept the full spectrum of who we are, we no longer need to pretend. The freedom from not giving a shit is the freedom to be fully present with what matters most, to fail without shame, succeed without arrogance, and live without constantly looking for approval. As Montaigne said, the greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. When you stop caring about things that don't truly matter, everything else, everything that does matter, naturally falls into place.